AFL-CIO also noted that the average starting salary after completing a registered apprenticeship program is $77,000 a year.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
So today marks the end of National Apprenticeship Week. From the U.S. Department of Labor's website, I'm going to read this off. The National Apprenticeship Week is a nationwide celebration where industry, labor, equity, workforce, education, and government leaders host events to showcase the successes and value of registered apprenticeships for rebuilding our economy, advancing racial and gender equity, and supporting underserved communities. National Apprenticeship Week is an opportunity to highlight how registered apprenticeship, a proven and industry-driven training model, provides a critical talent pipeline that can help to address some of our nation's pressing workforce challenges, such as rebuilding our country's infrastructure, addressing critical supply chain demands, supporting a clean energy workforce, modernizing our cybersecurity response, and responding to care economy issues. President Biden put out his own statement with the proclamation of National Apprenticeship Week, saying in part, "I have always believed that the middle class built America and that unions built the middle class." Registered apprenticeships are a testament to the power of unions to deliver good-paying jobs that offer dignity and respect. They also reflect American workers' dedication and commitment to excellence. During National Apprenticeship Week, let us celebrate the apprentices of America, give our thanks to the mentors who trained them, and remind ourselves of our ongoing responsibility to invest in the best workforce on the planet. And, you know, I also wanted to take some time to say that the trades, they're not just for men. I know that a lot of folks think construction and all they see is big, burly men, right? And you know, we're going to be talking to a young man on the other side of this break and his experience with his union's apprenticeship program. But the AFL-CIO has a really good video showcasing some women in the trades talking about their experience and the work that they're doing. So I wanted to play that for y'all just in full because I think it's important to send out the message that, you know, the trades, anybody can go into the trades. It's certainly not just for people who aren't good at school. It's not for dummies. It is, you know, it takes a certain amount of intelligence and education from while you are learning the trade. But it's a good paying job. I mean, we're going to talk about later in the program how union apprenticeships rival and in some ways exceed the earnings that college graduates get. Right. And so, you know, it's something that everybody really should consider. And if you are listening and you've got a child that's in high school, you have a grandchild in high school, or you are coming out of high school, or you're in a career transition early in your career, you know, the trades and a union apprenticeship program is really something to consider. And so to highlight some of that, some of the ways that, you know, it's not just for men, that kind of stuff, we're going to play this video from the AFL-CIO.
I'm a sheet metal worker and I do welding, RTS, and field install.
I work in brick and masonry restoration and waterproofing.
I'm a plumber steam fitter.
I am a pipe fitter.
I'm with the Operating Engineers Local 132 out of West Virginia. I am the dispatcher for them, and I am the first female dispatcher for my local.
You can't do better than walking down the streets in your city and be like, oh, I worked on that building and I've been on that roof and I helped make that building pretty and I washed that. So it's been really rewarding. I feel really valuable. I mean, I fix my city and make it pretty, so you can't get better than that.
I'm a fourth-year apprentice, and the first 3 years I was working out in the field, but we had a class in computer-aided design. I'm not sure if you're as familiar with that, but it was just kind of a little add-on to our drafting class, but I fell in love with it, and I asked my school advisor about it, and he set me up with the online program. So I was like teaching myself, and lo and behold, one of our contractors said, hey, we want an apprentice to train in AutoCAD because, you know, people are getting older, retiring. And they're like, I got something for you. And now, just 6 weeks ago, I've been in their office doing CAD design, and there you go.
Having a union job is the awesomest. I mean, we have benefits, we have retirement, we have an annuity program, so it's like a savings program. So every job that I go into, they put, it's either like a quarter or $3 an hour into that. So I have an awesome retirement whenever I retire. Yeah, hopefully in probably about 5 years, but.
I started a club called the S Club, which is Sisters in Piping. And it's for young women who are 16, 17, 18, 19, who are trying to get into the trade. It's before they get in. And I talk to them about the mental. Everything is the mental. If you can get over the mental part, it's not about the physical, because I'm not even 5 feet and I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it.
I want to communicate with sisters coming out of the incarcerated community to try to reach back into that community, because I came from that community too when I was younger. I really want to focus on helping youth, try to open them, I don't know how you would say, give them knowledge of the trades, because when I came out of incarceration, I didn't know anything about the trades. I didn't know that I could go and make money and they wouldn't do a background check and that my past wouldn't affect my career. So for me, that's another reason why I joined the trades. I just want to let the other youth know that there's that option.
So I really liked that video from the AFL-CIO. Appreciate them putting that together. And as we're heading into the break, let's actually put some numbers to some of that praise. In their announcement of the National Apprenticeship Week, of this year's National Apprenticeship Week, the AFL-CIO also noted that the average starting salary after completing a registered apprenticeship program is $77,000 a year. That's a pretty good.
That's great.
That's a pretty good salary. And we want to stress the importance, though, of the apprenticeship being a union apprenticeship. Not all apprenticeships are created equally, and the Illinois Economic Policy Institute did a study showing that while it is true union apprenticeship programs rival and in some ways can surpass a college degree, non-union apprenticeship programs don't give the attendee any advantage at all over just a high school education. Let's throw that graphic up, Adam. While outcomes for participants in joint labor management or union apprenticeship programs rival those for college graduates, and the programs account for the vast majority of construction apprentices in the United States, employer-only or non-union apprenticeship programs generally produce labor market outcomes that are on par with national averages for high school graduates.
There's a big difference.
A big difference. And we've also talked about how something on the order of 40% of construction workers are on some type of public assistance, some sort of welfare, right? And that is certainly not to denigrate those people. It is just to point out that there's a difference between having a union job and a non-union job, having a union apprenticeship program and a non-union apprenticeship program. And it's clear that the way to go is a union apprenticeship program instead of one of these local fly-by-night podunk, contractors. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.